Hi everybody, welcome back to Whistle Pig Palace. This week we are near Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. And as you see here, we've got some interesting modes of transportation this week. We'll talk about it later in the video.
This week we camped at Nolin Lake State Park. We loved it. We had a giant site for like the dogs and our table. It was one of the coldest places. We got down to like 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And then that tornado in Mississippi, like we were really afraid that night. Though even the camper was rocking with the wind.
This campground is out in the middle of nowhere, like literally 20 minutes from groceries. But one of the great things about that is that you can often find hiking very close. So we actually hiked to the waterfall, and it was a half a mile from our actual campsite.
Yeah, you guys just settle in. Like all we did this week was hiking, so it's gonna be a lot of hiking videos. Here is a waterfall. I'm sure it flows a lot more in the summer. But I liked it at icicles. That was cool.
It was cool to see a winter waterfall. I hadn't seen one.
Did you like those grits I made for dinner tonight?
Yeah, they were spicy, but they had a lot of smoked flavor. Guys, we have some great camper meals. Speaking of driving 20 minutes for food, Bertie's.
We always like to try at a local joint. How do we find this one? TripAdvisor?
That would be Google search.
Best BLT I've ever had. I don't even like tomatoes. I love the hush puppies.
Food's so good we ate there twice.
We agreed not to tell them that.
Or that cat's out of the bag.
I just want to take a moment here and be vulnerable with all of you. This is what our camper looks like every night. Just Emily digging for gold in her ears.
I have the cleanest ears since I got that ear cleaner machine.
This is Collie Ridge Loop. It is inside Mammoth Cave National Park. But as you can see, those storms done tore it up.
There were tons of down trees everywhere. I mean, they're working to clean them up, but it was a mess in there.
So Emily decided we were going to go through the trail, through this area. And you'll see I'm going to try to film doing it, but you got a giant bruise.
There was a casualty. I attempted to go over a down tree and a branch stuck me in the crotch. The thigh region. And of course, what we go through, we also must come back through.
It's like Walker, Texas Ranger, but a different kind of feel.
Mammoth Cave National Park.
This is what I'm working with.
Scary
guys.
cave voice.
Okay, so this is a ferry. It was actually a bad day. We were late getting out, and then I realized that Google took me the route I didn't want to go. I specifically chose the route without the ferry, but it like optimized, and I was freaking out, and I didn't think we would get there.
But I walked down the road, and there were two men on a motorized board. So, I mean, assuming that's the ferry, we could get across. Heaven forbid we build a bridge. This river was not big. We're going to go across this on a motorized board.
The two men were park rangers, and it was a free ferry, and it saved us 20 minutes. So it was amazing.
Ended up being great.
We have to fill some more time here. We could probably take this off, or do you think they want to see us drive down?
I think anybody would want to watch you drive off a motorized board onto a road coming out of a river. This is cool stuff.
Here's the visitor center, and it was poppin'. If you did not arrive for your tour, like they were all sold out. They were serious. There was a ton of people there.
No late arrivals, no shows.
My family had been to Kentucky before, and when I told them I was doing this tour, this is what they remembered. Going down all of the stairs. For me, this was a little claustrophobic. Like, the stairs were wet, the railing was wet, you had to duck your head. Did you feel bad about it?
Stairs were fine. What I was mad about was I booked the gypsum tour.
Well, this is Cleveland Avenue. But...
yeah, thinking I would see gypsum all over the walls, sparkly gems. And look, you can see it there, but it literally just looks like growth. I was disappointed.
Well, it used to be cooler. So he told us like it used to be like floral arrangements and maybe like celery stalks coming out of the ceiling. But they have been doing these tours since like the 1800s, right?
Yeah. And people would just take them out as souvenirs. You cannot steal from a national park.
So this is why people come here. If you look, it's the longest known cave system in the world. But what I liked was like the human elements. So they had graffiti down there. That Wad Wallace person was in the Civil War. And they looked through the guidebooks and they could see like Confederate soldier, Union soldier, Confederate soldier, Union soldier, and like all of them were going on R&R and going to visit the cave system. Something else we didn't know was that there was a long history of slaves as cave guides. So they would explore the caves. They would take people on tours like in the dark by candlelight. Are you kidding me?
Okay, enough of this educational stuff. This is a real trail talk.
You go blind. When you get back to oxygen, can you ever get your sight back?
I don't know the answer to that, but I want you to know that this was in the early days. Do you want to know what they do now?
What do they do?
So that you don't have the dust zone?
You take the
They
oxygen.
pack up. If you don't carry your own oxygen, they pack up enough oxygen for your fat ass to breathe.
That would be our thoughts on hiking Mount Everest. Anyway, we are on our way to Monterey, Tennessee. We've got some free accommodations with our friend Melissa's dad, and she's also flying out to visit us.
Not a single hiking video.